Run a little more red rock. It's better than that scenic overlook. This beats that any day. I went to the scenic overlook to try and do this video, but it's not going to work so well just because of all the people and fucking weddings and shit. God, I swear there's 2 different weddings up there just now. It is Saturday at like afternoon, so not a big, excuse me, big surprise. So this is the 05 ZX6R I picked up about probably a month ago now. I haven't really done any videos on it. I mean, if you saw the one video I put out with it so far, but I kind of want to do like a reveal video, which is this kind of what it's supposed to be. It's not going to be artsy or anything, but I'm just going to kind of walk over the bike and show you the parts and what I've done to it since I got it, because that was kind of my main thing since I bought it. Was kind of not fixing stuff, because there's nothing really wrong with it, just changing stuff to make it a little more mine. But anywho, yeah, it's what's this color called? Magnesium engine bronze, which, you know, that's quite a mouthful. Reason for buying this bike, it's my favorite body style ZX6R. I know like the 636 was like a quintessential like stunt bike, and since it's pretty much all I do in my supermotos, do wheelies and stuff, I figure I'd buy a sport bike that's kind of geared towards the same thing. I'm planning on doing quite a few more mods to it to, you know, make it mine, but for now I've just been trying to get it to, you know, level ground. The wheels on the 0506 ZX6R are a little nicer looking, I think, than the 0304. I would have bought an 0304 if I could find it, but I prefer this one, so I'm glad I did find it. With the low mileage. Low mileage is kind of my key. It's a little beat up, so I don't mind scuffing it up as I go. It probably looks pretty damn good on camera, but there's lots of little, you know, scuffs and scratches from 10 years or however old it is. Yeah, 10 years. It's got Bridgestone Battle Axe tires on it. It's pretty stock. It got dumped over on its right side. Here, I'll show you the right side damage. It got dumped on its right side, a little scuffed up on the right side. You can see that one fairing here is like pretty tore up, and then a little bit right there. I am trying to find those fairings that are scratched up on the right side. I keep hunting eBay for them, hoping they pop up. Has the Yoshimura RS5 slip-on. The slip-on gets rid of the servo, the exhaust servo that's right under here, and that'll throw a fuel injection light, which this had when I bought it, but I bought the little servo buddy that turns that off, so that's all fixed. This thing had some butt ugly freaking indicators on it that went on either side of the exhaust here. It stuck out like this. I moved it to 2 LED strips that are sitting there on either side of the license plate, along with my license plate light. All those are just 3M like double stuck onto the actual plate itself and then wired up. That's a really trick little setup, I think, and keeps everything clean without having like brackets or mounting shit or anything like that. That stuff's all just stick on and, you know, run the wires. You can see the wires here going up through a little hole. But yeah, bike was originally from Hawaii. I guess some guy in the Air Force bought it new, brought it out here from Hawaii, and then sold it to the guy I bought it from. Those are Hawaiian inspection tags, if you didn't know that. I'd peel them off, but they don't really come off. They're like registration stickers. Once they're on, they're kind of on for life. I did the mod. I can't really show you where you take the ECU. The ECU is usually here, kind of where the exhaust runs. And you flip it over so it's underneath the seat here. Kind of on top of the battery, because your battery sits here. I actually had a little scare on this yesterday. I had to put a new battery in it. It wouldn't start at all. I left my house, or tried to leave my house yesterday to come do this video in the morning, and it didn't work as planned. So I ended up running around, picked up a battery for it, put in the battery for it, but upon putting in the new battery, I forgot to reconnect the tip over sensor switch. So when I started the bike up, it would run for a few seconds and then die, so that was freaking me out. Took me a good chunk of thinking and looking on the internet before I found out, oh, I forgot to plug that in like a dumbass when I unplugged it. But everything's 100% now, back to how it was. It needed the new battery. It's needed the new battery since I bought it. I actually had to push start it a couple times. You could hear when it cranked too. It was super, super weak. It's got this weird kind of aftermarket lever setup. It's pretty much stock, except it doesn't have a spot for an actual brake light, so my brake light just operates off my foot. But it all works good. The only thing I had to replace was the reservoir and this tube, because this stuff was just rotted out when I got it. the reservoir is literally turning from like plastic into like white chalk. So this is a brand new reservoir. It's got a fancy little cover on it that came with the old one. It's got Goodrich stainless steel brake lines. I didn't put those on, they were already on there. This took me like a week to find this little piece of rubber tubing because it's a very special rubber tubing that can put up with the corrosiveness of brake fluid. That was one of the main things that held me up for quite a while. The brake pedal was a little, like the tip was cracked off, so I put a new one of those on. Did flush all the brakes, which came with, you know, doing the new reservoir. I did the front and rear, flushed them out, all new fluid. My fairing down here, I've got it double zip tied on just in case, because that's literally like the only fairing bolt I'm missing, and the fairings are pretty rock solid, but it's annoying to be missing one bolt of everything, you know? So yeah. Well, we're going to cruise up the hill here. I'm going to see what's up there, see if there's anything else cool. And now that you've gotten a look at the bike, we're going to cruise back into town, I guess. That's pretty much what I came up here for, just to make this video, talk about the bike, get some scenery going on. Hopefully this all shows up good on the GoPro, because it's pretty out here. Too bad you can't feel what a nice day it is, because there's a sweet little breeze. Bike has 10,000 miles, almost 11, or 10 and a half, let's see. Yeah, bike is 11,160 miles. I've put quite a few on it apparently since I got it. Yeah, it starts so much better with that new battery. The whole time I've had it, it's been like chunk, 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 and then it would start. Now it just, you know, I don't know. I'm making noises, not actually giving adjectives, so. It now spins over much faster and much more aggressively with much more authority. It doesn't sound like it's struggling like it did before. Alright, let's cruise up here, see what we got, then we'll go roll down. There those cute chicks are still walking by.